Hi there. One of the biggest challenges that many English speakers don't know how to study English with a proper routine. Have you ever facing this challenge? Well, don't worry, I have a solution for you. In today's lesson, I am going to explain you a clear routine that you can follow and it will help you speak English fluently. Are you ready? Well, let's dive into it. The very first thing you need to do is listening session. The first step is listening session. As soon as you get up in the morning, take bath, take breakfast, and then select the topic mastery on it. For example, how to find the direction in a new place. To listen this subject, choose either audiobook, podcast, news channel, language learning app, movies, TV shows, or YouTube channel with subtitle. Alright, then relax and listen. Listen just for 10 minutes, no longer than that. While listening, try to understand the pronunciation, meaning of vocabularies, and ultimately the entire lesson. Just listen 10 minutes, only 10, not more than that, not less than that. Well, have you done? Then let's start the next session. Now, the second session is writing session in the morning. A 5-minute writing session. You see, this part is to write journal for 5 minutes. You should write about something you have already planned to do, like how to find direction in a new place. Alright, this is the main thing. Get your notebook and pen ready. Get your timer ready because you are writing 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, not more than, not less than. Now start writing. So you have to write as long as the timer is going, and once it stops, you stop. I just explained that you have to keep writing for that 5 minutes. In the very beginning, this is going to be challenging. You will feel it a long period of time. But the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the easier it will become. Trust me, 5 minutes writing every day will make your English far better than ever before. Alright, now I want to remind you something very important. Don't worry about making mistakes. Damn care the mistake. It will improve later and sooner. Don't stop. Don't erase. Let's switch it. Just keep writing. Keep writing. Don't stop. The main goal is to activate the English side of your brain. That's what you are doing, writing exercise just for 5 minutes. Here we go. Now the third session is thinking session. Again listen. The third session is thinking session. Think before you leave. It is all about thinking a 10-minute session. Now this is very important. Let me explain how this works. Let's think how to speak on the topic. You are gonna find the definition for all the words and expressions. This is an important step. Why? Because it will help you understand how the words and expression are used with the video you have just watched and the paragraph you have just written. The video was about a topic that you have already interested in, so you are already familiar to it, right? Maybe you watched the video on your phone. Maybe you were lying in bed and you were watching the video. But now in this part, look up the words and sentences and think how they are used. Remember, so in other words, you will have a better understanding of the words and expression that native English speaker use in real life. This step is extremely important. Remember, this morning routine is going to change your English fluency, activating your brain. To help you understand things in English, inputting things into your brain is vital. It helps you to understand English, so you can use them in real life. Here we go. You have learned the definition of each word, but now you need to see how the words are used in sentences. You have heard it while watching the video on YouTube or whatever platform. Alright, very important. The main goal of you is to understand how the words and expression are used in real life. You are just understanding how other native speakers use the word or expression in real life. I think it makes sense, right? Thinking in the topic is crucial. Now the final and application session. Again listen, this is the final and application session. Now is your turn to speak. The most important speak is start speaking. Speak yourself now. Speak loudly. Speak with your friend. Keep speaking. This is the application session. While now it's time to apply what you have learned during this morning session. So practice speaking aloud. Practice speaking aloud even to yourself. You must practice it regularly. Don't be afraid to speak out loud, even when you are alone. You can read a book or news article aloud. Describe that you are doing. This practice improves your fluency by reducing hesitation and makes you more comfortable with the sound of your own voice speaking, which is crucial for real conversations. Don't fear mistakes. You must overcome this. Remember that every single fluent speaker made countless mistakes on their journey. Errors are not failure. They are a clear sign what you need to work on. When you make mistakes and are corrected, you are far less likely to make it again. Think in English to improve fluency. A common habit of people is to think of a sentence in their native language and then translate into English. This process is slow and often leads to errors. Start simple. When you see a dog, think that's a nice dog instead of the word in your native language. Thinking directly in English trains your brain to respond faster. For example, learn make decision instead of make only. Make a mistake or make a phone call instead. Learning these chunks of language makes your speech sound more natural and fluent. Find a conversation partner for real practice. Find a language partner, a patient friend, a fellow learner, or a tutor on a language exchange platform. A good partner will also gently correct your mistakes and introduce new things that you won't find in textbook. This interactive session enhances your passive knowledge, becomes active skill. And the next important thing, focus on pronunciation and intonation. Speaking English clearly is not just about using the right word, it's also about saying them correctly. Pay attention to difficult sounds. Set a specific achievable goal. Break your big goal into small, manageable and specific targets. For example, target goal only to learn 7 words and only 3 sentences in a week. Achieving these small goals provides a constant sense of accomplishment and motivation. It makes the long journey of learning language feel less overwhelming and more structured. Be consistent and patient with your progress. Language acquisition is a marathon, not a sprint. You will not become fluent in a month. Consistency is far more important than intensity. Practicing for 20 minutes every day is much more effective than studying for 3 hours once a week. Regular, repeated exposure is what builds and retains knowledge. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories and trust the process. Your hard work will pay off over time, and one day you will look back and find wonderful achievement. Thank you very much.